Hello, it's Jaannetts16. About 1 minute after filming the update. This video is going to be basically where to build a model railway. Now, a lot of people use an attic. Some have a bedroom, some have a spare room like me, or some have a shed. Now, it's ideal to obviously have a model railway indoors, but you can also have a garden railway. But the disadvantage with a garden railway is, come on, it's Britain. You can guess for yourself on that one. You don't get the weather or nothing, so I've never seen the interest in a garden railway, especially for a roll gauge or end gauge. However, I have been thinking for a while now to have a O gauge layout in the garden, but that's for another time. So mine's built in a spare room in the house, spare part of the flat. The flat's obviously part of the house again, because we thought, let's move the house around. I think Mum and Dad got bored, so they wanted to put the kitchen in through here and move it all around, because that's just an empty room as well. So yeah, mine's in the spare room. Obviously before this it was down in the shed, which is actually the old coal bunker to the actual house, because what we're in now is sheds, and then we extended it through, so I can hear Mill tapping. I had a layout in a bedroom, which was the very first saffron line, and that was basically just your standard Hornby double oval on a 6 foot by 4 foot board, like you have on the back of the boxes when you buy the train set, something like that. That was a long time ago. That was probably around 2002, 2001. Then obviously we moved here. This was back at Fast White, just at the road, just at the top of the hill, where we're more or less halfway down the bottom of the hill now. And we had this house, and there was a shed down there. I had a layout in there. At first it was actually in there, which is the bedroom. And that was the saffron line, still the original one. And then obviously I was going to have the train set down there, so my dad said, oh, we'll build a new one then. So I did build a new one, and that was looking good and that. Got some pictures of that, some very rare pictures. I'll have to post them on the Saffron Line page on Facebook. And then obviously I decided, and that was just three ovals going around and around. And then I decided to do a back-to-back layout, which was obviously the proper Saffron Line, which got all the videos in that on. So the video today is basically, I keep chatting on, the video today is to do with what's the best place for a model railway. Now a lot of people use attics, because nearly everyone's got an attic, and there's loads of room up there if you have a good sized attic anyway, and it's a good place to build a railway. The only reason I've never had an attic railway, and I haven't, my brother did, but not a proper railway, it was only, again, a little standard Hornby one, is you got to do everything right. You can't just really put a layout in the attic without loft insulation and that. You probably could, but I doubt it's any good for the locos and that. I mean, fair enough if you don't keep them up there, but like when you got the Brighton power and that, keep moving it around, got 70 locos and keep moving them around, I don't see the point in it unless you have the attic done properly. So the attic is ideal if you have it done properly. Obviously there's a couple on YouTube. One of the best was always Camelot Junction. One of them that's done a great job of the railway in the attic and the loft is Everard Junction. I think that's a great railway in the loft. I don't think he insulated a lot of the attic. I think he has, I'm not too sure, can't really remember. And there's obviously Jaannetts16, who's doing a great job of his railway. Took him a while, but that's the whole point of a railway, you're not meant to do it overnight. You can, but what's the point? So yeah, it's a good place. Now shed is a bit different, because obviously sheds are normally outside. I was lucky with mine to be under the house and I locked it down. You weren't getting in now without my keys. Something like 5 padlocks. But and obviously I had all my stuff, so I had to make sure it was secure. And obviously the problem is with the shed is it's got to be in your garden. Sheds are very vulnerable to robbers. People who jumped up on drugs and just goes around stealing stuff. And you have a lot of it in Cinderford because, well, Hilding's just an all. You got that, everyone's stealing. So yeah, that's why I've tried to get in the room. But no, sheds, they're ideal and they ain't. They're ideal for garden railways because you can store everything. You just got to make sure the shed's locked down. Make sure, and don't go bragging about it on town. Don't say, oh, I've got a model railway with all these engines and that, because you're doing yourself no favours at the end of the day if someone steals all your stuff, if you know what I mean. That's it really, and then obviously you got the spare room. Spare room in the house is sometimes maybe. I think the reason I got a room is because my mum and dad, because of all my problems and that, they said, oh, why haven't done the shed, may as well have been building it in the house and that, and keeping an eye on me properly. So I think that's the reason I ended up with this room, which I'm proud of. It's a big layout. I would have wanted that room too, maybe one day. So yeah, that's it. If you got a spare room, I would suggest that being the best solution, but it's very unlikely to a lot of people, especially younger modelers, because obviously parents dominate the house and that. But if you can get away with it and have a room, go for it straight away. Even if the room's a little bit smaller, it just means it's secure, more secure than outside. And to me, my trains are everything, so don't know what I'd do without them. And yeah, also, it's just something you can do yourself, which will be coming up in the next video. So thanks for watching. More coming soon. Any other suggestions about model railways, please let me know, and go onto the Saffron Line page on Facebook and you'll find out more. So thanks for watching. More coming soon.